Welcome back to another video from Crypto Charge. Make sure you guys like and subscribe below to help push out videos like this to people who need it. Today, we're going to be talking about Ripple Labs, the digital asset XRP, and looking forward to what's going to be happening in the case in the early phases of 2023, what we can expect with XRP adoption, as well as maybe some price expectations. So let's talk about what today we saw with new partnerships with XRP and Ripple. So we saw recently MoneyGram launches online remittance platform with Ripple partner in Brazil. This is not the first implementation we've seen in Brazil. I'm going to get to that in a minute here, but this is not a direct partnership with MoneyGram. And I want to be clear about that. If we read here, MoneyGram disclosed that the service is made possible through a partnership with Frente Corretora, a Brazilian fintech company. Notably, Frente Corretora is also a Ripple partner per the release from Ripple in August, so this is confirmed. Consequently, XRP holders are excited that the service could use Ripple's on-demand liquidity service, which uses XRP as a bridge currency. And again, this just points to the fact that the digital asset XRP is used more primarily for consumptive purposes than speculative purposes. The amount of volume traded for XRP is actually not based on you and me, right? The retail trading and buying and selling and holding and looking to sell these at a higher price, that's not the majority of what makes up the network usage of the XRP ledger. It's primarily remittance pipelines. And the beautiful thing about this is, although Ripple's ODL products are powerful and helpful and can help large financial institutions get started very quickly with their tools and start using the digital asset XRP as a bridge currency, it's not necessary. You can right now, if you wanted to, go set up a trust line. You guys could set up a federated sidechain and start transacting with individuals or family members or anybody you want to and send XRP to them directly, right? And they can also, if you set up the right mechanisms, receive or automatically transfer to the receiving currency. That's incredibly powerful. What I talked about just a minute ago was the fact that this is not the first step that we've seen Ripple taking into Brazil. This is from August of this year. Ripple unveils crypto on-demand liquidity service in Brazil. The company is teaming up with the digital bank Travelex to introduce the product, which will initially allow transactions between Brazil and Mexico. This particular project is also being headed by an individual who cut her teeth over at Citibank for 10 years as VP of the company there and is heading this project specifically. And this is just one remittance pipeline, right? From Brazil to Mexico. But this is going to expand very quickly. We know that there's remittance pipelines being set up between Vietnam and Japan, between Indonesia and Saudi Arabia. There's so many places around the world that have already started to create their own networks, even though Ripple's ODL products have not been installed everywhere around the world. So I want you guys to stay focused on this type of language, this type of growth, because this is real utility. This isn't speculative. This is consumptive purposes. This is today people being able to send money cheaply for practically nothing at all, right? And being able to receive those funds instantly. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple Labs, tweeted today about an article from the Wall Street Journal Opinion. The article reads, or at least the headline reads, "For months, Gary Gensler claimed to have authority over crypto and warned about self-dealing at their exchanges. Why didn't he investigate FTX?" And Brad responds to this. This is 100%. It's ridiculous and frankly shameful that Chair Gensler was touting the SEC's enforcement actions as the cop on the beat. Yet, per public reports, because the SEC calendar is public, you guys can go verify this for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Met with SBF multiple times, not just once, but was caught completely flat-footed in alleged fraud when finally came to light. And I've heard some people say, well, FTX is international. It's not in the SEC's jurisdiction. FTX US very much was. Their partnerships with United States-based spokesperson was very much US-based. Their partnerships with Major League Baseball companies, right, were very much US-based. There was a responsibility for the SEC to step in, and I think it was very intentional to leave this ambiguity out there so that they could step in and say, see, this is why you need SEC protection, when the reality is they should have protected consumers from the get-go. A little bit of an update here from James K. Fallon. If you guys are not following at Fallon Law, you are missing out on some of the best and most critical updates on the SEC v. Ripple Labs case. If you guys don't also follow Attorney Jeremy Hogan, he released his final video of legal briefs, giving us a very understandable and digestible version of everything that's happened in this case. And that was the last one he published. And the reason for that is we've filed everything that's important in this case, other than maybe requests for redaction. So you guys can see that the motions for summary judgment are fully fully briefed and awaiting decision. Motions to exclude expert testimony are fully briefed and awaiting decision. Those are two of the most crucial pieces in this case. And again, if you guys didn't watch the last video, I outlined all 64 pages of that reply brief from Ripple. You guys can go ahead and check that out in our Discord at cryptocharge.com. So really, the rest of this case is going to be relatively sorted out, at least from, a motion standpoint, early January of 2023. Now, should we expect any big rulings between now and then? Absolutely not. The courts go very quiet. Everything comes to pretty much a screeching halt end of this year, top of next year. But maybe towards the middle or end of January, we should expect some sort of news out of this case, maybe some notice about what's going to happen with summary judgment, a schedule for summary judgment, and what exactly is going to be allowed in that. Okay. I hope this guys gave you guys some actionable updates as to what's going on in the Ripple case, real life utility with XRP and ODL corridors. Catch you guys in the next video.